Another day of making videos for my 2 subscribers. I love that I don't have the pressure of making something actually good, because only 2 people are gonna see me screw up. What the shit? Secret doors are a cool thing. A player walks through a hallway, rolls a detect hidden, or perception, or I spy with my little eye check, and you tell them that they detect something strange about, let's say, a torch. The obvious thing to expect is, I pull down the torch, and then you say, okay, pull down the torch. And then they look puzzled, or awkwardly roleplay the action of pulling down a torch, and then you tell them, no, actually pull the actual torch actually down. Okay. I made this wall for a 1.5 cm thick and 7.5 cm square tile system, so you'll have to adapt the measurements I'm going to give you to whichever system you use. First, cut some pieces of XPS foam with a length equal to your tiles. The height I use is 5 cm or 23 inches. Mark the base of the wall, which is 1.5 cm high. This is the no-no line. Do not cut or put any thick details below it. Use a mini to mark a third of the length of the no-no line and draw another one to the top. This is the yes line. It's where the magic happens. Cut along the yes line and the 2 left thirds of the no-no line. Get a tongue suppressor, which is the fancy name for that thing doctors stick in your mouth. This is what is going to hide the whole mechanism, so when you are placing each part and cutting away, have always in mind that you are limited by the thickness of the suppressor thingy. Mark it like I'm showing you and cut it. Now it's time I show you the biggest invention in human history after the wheel. The glue wheel. Grab a hot glue bar, the thin kind that's about 0.5 centimeters or 15 feet, and slice a piece. Not too thin, not too thick. Grab a short needle and heat it up. Just a couple seconds is enough. Push it through the center of the glue slice. Use pliers for safety, or your hands if you are into first-degree burns. If your needle is too long, chop the tip off. Now use a mini to determine the height of the lever/torch and stick the mechanism in. Get some wire, thick enough that it won't bend unless you really apply some pressure to it, and measure the necessary length. It should go from the glue wheel diagonally to the back of the wall, and a little further. Cut it and bend the tip to make a little hook. Curve the wire slightly too. Don't ask questions, just trust me. Hit the tip and stick it to the glue wheel. This is the part of the mechanism that is going to push the wall open. Now do the same for the lever, making sure that you set it up at the right angle. Use the mini again, which at this point should have a name. Gary the Goblin. Use Gary to mark the second third of the wall and make a hole for the hinge of the door. Put a small piece of toothpick in and press the moving part of the wall against it to mark the spot. Make sure you leave a little bit of a gap between it and the glue wheel. Pierce the moving part of the wall on the mark and chop the toothpick to make it fit on the base. About halfway is enough. Now mark the position for the back tongue suppressor and glue it just to the moving part of the wall. Place the front part on its place and realize it is terribly offset. The glue wheel should be on the center of the stick. We'll correct that later, I have Star Wars tickets and don't want to miss the trailers. Mark the hole for the lever to come out of and cut it out. Glue it in place and leave for the theater. Yes, I forgot to stop recording. When you get back, spoil the movie for all of your subscribers. Man, what a fantastic movie! That twist at the end? Who would have thought that Darth Vader is Luke's father? Wow! Test the mechanism and make any necessary adjustments. Glue the top part of the stick to hide the gap. It's a good idea to keep testing everything after each step. Chop the wire to the length of a torch or the object you are using as a lever and cut the back of the moving wall. To make the mechanism stable, place a couple of small pieces of wire touching the glue wheel. I used a piece of foam to sculpt the torch, but use whatever method you like. Now, the embellishment part. With the good old tinfoil ball, texture the whole thing. In hindsight, I should have texturized it before assembling it, but hey, what you gonna do? Call the crafting police? To disguise the separation between the moving and fixed parts, carve some deep lines to draw bricks, and the building part is done. Now just prime it, paint it, add details. The fire and smoke are done with cotton. Google it. And you have it, the wonders of the glue wheel. Thanks to all of my new subscribers, but I'm under no delusion that I have any bit of talent. I just wrote a joke about black magic craft and asked for his permission to use it. He shared the video and a fraction of his followers came to my channel. So thanks a lot, and I'm already writing the next episode.